Hello, good evening. The killing of the Cardiff jihadist Rayad Khan in Syria was a perfectly legal act of self-defence. That's according to the Defence Secretary Michael Fallon. He said the UK government would not hesitate to launch more secret RAF drone strikes in Syria to thwart potential terror plots. But ministers in Westminster are under growing pressure tonight to explain why they saw 21-year-old Khan from Cardiff as such a major threat. Nick Palit reports.
This as yet unverified picture shows what's believed to be the attack that killed Rayad Khan. The British government says it would do the same again to prevent jihadists organising attacks on major public events in the UK.
If we are aware of future attacks and if there's no other way of preventing them, then absolutely, yes, we have to do what's necessary.
Those major public events may have included commemorations to mark the 70th anniversary of VJ Day, attended by the Queen last month. So what do we know about Rayad Khan? He was educated in Cardiff at Cantonian High School and St David's Sixth Form College. Aged 15, he met the then UK Education Secretary, Ed Balls, at the Riverside Warehouse Youth Club. He travelled to Syria in late 2013 with Nasser Muthana, who's from Butetown. Last year he appeared alongside Muthana in an apparent recruitment video for so-called Islamic State. The Muthana brothers' father, Ahmed, told the BBC he now believes his sons are also on a government hit list. Among the differing communities that make up Cardiff's population of 20,000 Muslims, there are differing reactions to the issues thrown up by Rayad Khan's death. The part Yemeni chairman of the South Wales Islamic Centre is emphatic in his condemnation of the young man who went to fight for IS.
Anybody who chooses to take that path, I have no feelings. They know what they're doing. They'll be judged by their God for the deeds that they've done. So, let this be a lesson to anybody else who's thinking of going the same way.
He's from Cardiff as well, is it?
But among these mainly Bangladeshi taxi drivers, it's divided opinion.
These people are getting brainwashed, you know what I mean? But he shouldn't be in Syria.
Do you think it was right what happened to him?
I'm not the judge and jury of it, is it?
Kurdish fighters have secured significant victories against IS militants in Syria and Iraq. At this Kurdish barber shop, they believe Rayad Khan deserved what he got.
But if you take the wrong way to go in there, that is his choice. So that's why he get the justice.
Well, I'm glad he's dead. They're terrorists and they are a threat to this country, to other countries as well.
But the political debate surrounding the drone strike on Khan continues. The Cardiff MP Stephen Doughty has warned the government must now review its strategy to prevent people here being radicalised.
We need to be looking at stepping up our efforts to prevent young people from being radicalised and travelling to fight in the first place. You know, when we get to a situation where a young British man is being killed by British forces, allegedly plotting a very, very serious threat against this country, that in some ways is far, far, far too late.
Many I've spoken to in the Muslim community here simply don't want to comment on what they say is a political matter. Others I've encountered today who refuse to be filmed clearly have a mistrust of Western governments and some sympathies with the ISIS cause. But the majority just feel sadness for the Khan family who've lost a son. Nick Palit, BBC Wales Today, Cardiff.
The Prime Minister has promised tough new powers to tackle radicalisation as part of a new counter-extremism bill. David Cameron said the UK had been a passively tolerant society for too long. Our reporter Nick Palit has been gauging opinion in Cardiff's Muslim community to the proposed laws, which some believe could lead to increased Islamophobia here.
For the tens of thousands of Muslims that live peaceably in the Welsh capital, news of the government plans a more robust approach to tackling extremism has been welcomed today.
My dad came to this country in the 30s from the Yemen.
Daoud Salomon is chairman of the South Wales Islamic Centre in Butetown. His mosque has been dogged by a small minority of extremists who've been targeting youngsters. He's in favour of new extremism disruption orders, which can close down premises where extremists meet.
This is long overdue. This should have been done a long time ago, as some of our brothers who were misguided, They want to cause problems in the country for Muslims. No good can come of guns and weapons. Go out and do some good with your mouths, with your actions, and make the world a better place so we can all live in peace.
Cardiff was put on the extremist map last year when Asil Mathana and Rayad Khan became so-called jihadi poster boys when they appeared in an IS recruitment video. But some in the community are wary of yet more laws and believe it could lead to increased Islamophobia.
We've got enough laws and they're not effective. They're not effective, and the danger is that we might scapegoat minorities, including the Muslim minority. And unfortunately, what's happening now, it's just further alienation and demonization of the Muslim community. Because
while filming with Saha, a man walking past shouted racist abuse.
See? Racism in the street. As you saw, a guy passed by me and he verbally abused me, and he just said that, you know, I'm a bomber. These racist comments have become part of my life, unfortunately.
City Road in Cardiff is a multicultural melting pot. You can sample Bangladeshi fashions, eat Malaysian food, drink Moroccan mint tea, buy Persian rugs, or have a Turkish shave. It's ethnically diverse, but many share the same religion, Islam. Many here also agree with the Prime Minister that poisonous, extremist ideology must be confronted.
A Muslim can be only good by the way they act. They're going to give a really bad name for a Muslim community.
Exactly.
And on City Road today, broad agreement for the new government plans.
But I would say mainly it is a good idea just to tighten up and to see and to know exactly what a teenager or what everybody's up to.
You are a good Muslim, be good for your community, be good for your family, be good for your kids, be good for the country that you live.
We love to live free, and we like to test the freedom. That's why we come all the way from seeking a freedom, and that's what we need to see.
At the moment, there's support for tighter laws on extremism here, but it's communities like this that'll feel the backlash of any Islamophobia that it may bring in its wake.
A top tourism consultant has warned that Cardiff's reputation for staging major sporting events could be damaged after it was revealed that some hotels have increased their prices sixfold during the Rugby World Cup. Jonathan Jones, who ran the Wales Tourist Board for a decade, says if all accommodation providers use it as an opportunity to make huge profits, they'll struggle to get repeat business. Nick Palit has this report.
Cardiff city centre's not short on accommodation. There's an estimated 8,400 rooms, ranging from five-star luxury to budget hostels, most within a short distance of the Millennium Stadium. But previous tournaments have shown that when the stadium is full, with fans who've all travelled from outside Wales, hotel space can be at a premium and prices naturally rise. And that's just the case with the upcoming Rugby World Cup matches. With many city centre hotels fully booked a year ago, those a little further out of town who still have space are trying to cash in. Two competing hotels on junction 32 of the M4 are doing just that. The Village Urban Resort still has rooms available. Their normal rate on the 12th of September is advertised at £105 a night. A week later, on the day Ireland meet Canada, they're asking £499. Just across the road at the Holiday Inn, prices have increased even more. From a normal room rate of £97, they now want just under £600.
If all the hotels in Cardiff and all the B&Bs and all the guest houses put up their prices to that level, then it could seriously damage the image of Cardiff. I would sincerely hope that a large number of hotels will remember that they need to have these customers coming back time and time again, and will not simply see this as one instance when they can make a lot of money over a short period of time.
In a statement, the chairman of the Cardiff Hoteliers Association said hotel prices can move up and down in tune with demand, as it does in most UK cities.
This is our Barbary suite, a very popular suite, and it's been booked now well over a year in advance for the Rugby World Cup.
But not all hotels are cashing in to the same extent. At this small boutique hotel within sight of the stadium, they admit they've upped their prices, but only slightly to cover increased costs.
We have to extend our service hours, we have to have more staffing in, we offer different styles of catering, more reception, and then obviously with that we don't pitch our pricing high, well, severely high, purely down to we want to keep our repeat business.
It's not just hotels and B&Bs that are trying to profit. Some people who live in the shadow of the stadium are trying to rent out their houses, and once again the prices seem extraordinary. A two-bedroom house in this street in Roath has been advertised on a B&B website. It says it's easy walking distance from the Millennium Stadium and is available on the day of the Ireland versus Canada game. The price, just £3 short of £1,000. But not everyone living near the stadium is trying to cash in. Yvonne Evans from the Grangetown area of the city is trying to arrange free accommodation for visiting All Black fans.
This is the room I've got ready for New Zealand fans for October.
Yvonne stayed with families in New Zealand when she went to the World Cup 4 years ago and is now keen to repay the favour.
When you do see these prices going through the roof, I feel it's a shame really, because it adds to the extra cost, especially if people have travelled far, like from New Zealand. So I think if you can open your doors, provide bed and breakfast for 1 or 2 nights for New Zealand rugby fans, you will have friends for life.
For those helping to market the Welsh capital, it's hoped that rugby fans from across the globe will remember Cardiff for the high scores on the pitch, the high quality of the stadium and the warmth of the hospitality, and not for sky-high hotel bills.